Strumming patterns are one of the most important elements of guitar playing, and it's really important if you can lock in with other players. So if you're a singer-songwriter just playing by yourself, it's still important that you have really locked into the beat, and like just imagine that there's a snare drum there on 2 and 4. Just if you're doing like a sort of pop rock kind of thing, you just always want to be able to lock in to the beat. And if you're playing with other people, you want to be able to not conflict with what they're doing too. So it's really important that you understand what you're doing instead of just randomly strumming the guitar. I mean, it really makes a difference. So like one of the essential things is like the basic strum would be just down, 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 down. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as it's locked in to a rhythm. A lot of times you'll hear a strum sort of like down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. And when I strum, I try to maintain a compact strum, what I call a compact strum. You don't need to be going anywhere far beyond the sound hole. And if you watch my hand during this video, I'm not strumming like this. Sometimes you watch videos and you see somebody strumming and they're like a major recording artist and they're just strumming away like this, and that's just not necessary. Maybe Pete Townsend, maybe he does that, but for the heck of it, with the electric guitar just for effect. But you don't need to be much past the sound hole. And also, I really try to strum from my wrist and not from my arm or my elbow. A lot of times you'll see people strumming with a lot of arm motion, which, once again, if it works for you, that's great, but that's just not how I recommend doing it. I mean, I try to keep a really compact strum. There's lots of different types of rhythms, and you can break the rhythms down into eighth notes and tied notes and things like that. But it's hard to do. It's hard to express this in written form. I mean, you can do it. I can do it. I understand how to read music, and I could do it. But it's just a feel thing, So like a lot of times the rhythm will dictate the song. Like. If I just played this rhythm, chances are you'd recognize the song. Fleetwood Mac. Anyhow, so that rhythm really bum, 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 and you just have to hear the snare and the bass. Like if you're just a solo guitar player, you have to hear the snare and the bass drum just driving that song, because that's what that song is all about. And there's a lot of other popular songs like Every rose has its thorn, etc., etc. But that's just another kind of rhythm, like. And that's just another way to just look at how rhythm is played. And sometimes, maybe in more country type things, you might hit a bass note, or just hit certain strings. Like sometimes I'll just play the low strings from the first downbeat on the 1, and then the higher strings on 2, or the higher higher strings on the upstrokes. Just variations on that, and it's just important to listen to all the strings and listen to how your rhythm is fitting in with the song. Especially if you're playing by yourself, you just really need to try to be like the whole band all at once. So these are just some ideas about strumming. It's the sort of thing that needs to be intuitive. You need to just sort of do it, especially if you're a singer. You don't want the guitar to take away from your singing. You want your focus to be out on the audience and performing. So you don't want to be thinking about, oh, gee, how am I strumming, or what am I playing, what chords am I playing. You want to just, the guitar playing needs to be intuitive so that your singing can connect with the audience. So I hope this was helpful.